Hi everybody, I'm here with your 532 lesson. How can I make a rectangle? Area of a parallelogram. In lesson 531, you worked with your study team to rearrange two irregular shapes into rectangles to find their areas more easily. Today you will use eTools to investigate this question. Can all shapes be rearranged to make rectangles? As you work, visualize what each shape will look like if it's cut into pieces. Also picture how those pieces could fit back together to make a rectangle. Ask yourself these questions while you investigate. How can I break this shape apart? How can I rearrange the pieces of this shape to make a new shape? Change it up. What kinds of shapes can be arranged to make rectangles? If one complete rectangle is not possible, can the shape be divided into a few different rectangles? Using the eTools below and the Lesson 532A resource page provided by your teacher, figure out which shape can be rearranged into rectangles. If you find a way to rearrange the shape on the computer, record your work on the resource page by drawing lines on the original shape to show the cuts you made, drawing the rectangle made out of the cut pieces, and finding the area of the shape. So you're going to take your resource page. It's right here, 532A resource page. You are going to get on the eTool that I have listed for you, and then you are going to work through these shapes. Once you figure out how to cut it, you're going to draw the lines on the shapes on the resource page. You are drawing the rectangle made out of the cut pieces. So you'll draw the rectangle down here. So you'll say shape 1, you would draw how the rectangle would fit together. And then for the third one, you are finding the area of the shape. So you also need to find the area on your notes page. Okay, this will take you a little bit of time, so go ahead and pause the video and do this now. If you're back with me, you've done that question, and we're now moving on to 578. Area of a parallelogram. On her homework assignment, Lydia encountered the parallelogram shown at right. The homework problem asked her to find the area of a shape. Lydia decided to cut and rearrange the shape to make a rectangle as she did in problem 577. However, she is not sure what measurements of that rectangle would be. Explore with the 578 student eTool Desmos. With your team, figure out what the base and the height of Lydia's new rectangle will be. Which side did you use for height? How do you know which side is the height? Draw the diagrams to show how you know. So go ahead and answer that question. Okay, so hopefully you said that the dimensions are 8.5 centimeters by 3 centimeters. So your diagram, your diagram would be the shape without the triangle. Okay, because here's your height of 3 centimeters and it's by 8.5 centimeters. Whoops. If we're moving on to B, what is the area of the parallelogram? Show your work. So go ahead and pause and answer part B. Okay, if you're back with me, you've done the area. You should have done 8.5 times 3, 8.5 times 3, 5 times 3 is 15, 8 times 3 is 24, but add 1 is 25. You have one number behind the decimal place, so it's 25.5 centimeters squared. C. Now consider other parallelograms. For example, the parallelogram at right has the lengths marked B, C, and H. What will be the base of the new rectangle? What will be its height? Talk with your team about the difference between the parts labeled H and C. Go ahead and pause the video and answer about H and C. If you're back with me, hopefully you said that H is the height. C is just the length of the slanted side. Okay, so C is not the height because it is slanted side. H has to be your height. D, how would you find the area of the rectangle? Which lengths would you use? Why? Go ahead and pause the video and answer this question. If you're back with me, you have answered this question. So you would use B, which is the length of the base, and H, which is the height of the new rectangle. So then E, what is the area of the parallelogram? That is, if A represents the area of the parallelogram, use the variables in the picture to write a formula for calculating the area of the parallelogram. So if we have A, which is the area, you then multiply base times height, and that is your formula. Okay, so you have finished this lesson. If you have any questions about it, please let me know, and we will make sure that we go over problem 576 in class.